Hey folks, fWhip here, and recently I've been putting quite a few hours into each of my videos, so weirdly, this is actually toning things back a bit. As today, I'd like to spend 24 hours building inside this world just to see how much I can accomplish. So if you're excited, click the like button as it helps me out so much. And let's get building. Before we get into building today, I've been flying around the world trying to find projects to do. That was successful, but my wings are dangerously low, which means first a trip into the nether to the Wither skeleton farm, as I need to fix them up. Much better. Now time to get to work. For the first project today, I want to travel east and terraform this new farming region. And to save our wings, we can bring mustard with us today. I want to make it more interesting than just kind of being a flatlands area, so first we can stop here in the quarry, as I'm pretty sure, yeah, we've got a little bit of stone saved up. Quick trip through town and over to dirt storage, where in here, yes, we've also got a lot of these ready. Maybe we use the grass first, though. We'll bring it all. We're gonna need a lot. That has been the great part about tearing down this mountain, is I don't really have to worry about dirt or stone for a very long time. Right, here we go. Time to transform all of this. And I think I've got, hopefully, enough blocks to make this happen. That is 14 shulker boxes. Right. The main reason for this project right now, outside of it just being something that'll look nice, is, well, with planting a field every single episode, I've actually run out of space for fields near any of my builds. So I actually just need more land to be able to build fields on top of. Otherwise, we're gonna keep running out and having to deforest more areas, and I don't really want to do that. I like the forest next to everything I have. So my thought was that we're gonna have some areas that are just gonna come up here with our grass, and then just to make it a little bit more interesting and almost that this is some rougher terrain than everything else that we have, I want to have some larger rocks, similar to what we did for the tree over there, that are going to create some smaller outcroppings like this, where the land is just going to be moving upwards, but maybe not all the way around. So we could break this open and have the grass from here just moving up to the top. Okay, this is a good start. It could definitely use a little bit more love, like probably connecting down these spaces, so we can have a little grass growing up and down. I brought this side down even farther just to add to that depth, and we probably want to patch that in too. For some base shapes, I think that's gonna do. In an effort to create more land as usual, I started out by outlining and creating a rough sketch of the landscape, what I want to try and create. This is a bit more challenging than usual, as I actually have to keep this flatter for the plains biome, as for some reason my brain just wants to add elevation, but I like how this is all coming together so far. To help have more double thick blocks to build off of, as I might need them later, I decided to add a border to the road all the way down on both sides with that. Then taking some time to fill in the flat plains area that will be used for future farmland. I like the rocky element that we have going so far, as it makes it a bit unique against my other farming regions, as we're up at a higher elevation as well. So I planned out a few more locations for rocks to build as we fill in the dirt, where I am really happy with how this has turned out so far. The rocks are looking good for a first pass, and we need to finish connecting up to the far mountain. Now I can thankfully start sloping up as we reach that mountain. If it's flat going into an extreme slope, it'll look a bit weird. So I actually get to try and merge these two angles together. As we finish this first side, I was expecting a quick, maybe 1 hour or 90 minutes per side and finishing this entire place, but here we are 3 hours later, done with half of it. But this is looking fantastic over here, and man, that took a long time to fill all of this in. And with only 24 hours on the clock, we need to move on. And I can at least build a few more fields out here before I run out of space again, and then we'll finish this half later on, and then also deal with, the dark, spooky, scary pit that we've created underneath. Good news though, everybody, we have cleared out 9 shulker boxes of dirt and grass, which is extremely helpful. Next though, I would like to build a small farmhouse sitting out here in the fields. I'm kind of envisioning it right here where our sheep is standing. You picked a great location, buddy. You okay? You good? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you're good. Okay, you kind of were snapping out of the matrix there for a second. Okay, let's go get some blocks. I really enjoy the build style I've used in this region so far with the brewery and the other farmhouse, so I'm going for the same block palette, grabbing a lot of our white and light gray blocks while using jungle and granite for the roof and a bunch of other wooden materials and greenery bits just to help bring the build to life. Just need to quickly convert some concrete and we're good to go on the farmhouse. I brought a road coming down here so we can have our farmhouse sitting in the middle of our fields, which I want to add a stone base to, this time going with some of our fire coral blocks here. I think it's gonna give a bit of a better lighter tone in here, combining these instead of using the brain coral like we had before. Then to help with this backside being a little bit mob safer, unlike underground, we're gonna add in a little light with the glow lichen. A little darker staircase here using our tuff, and then I want to also fill in the entire inside for our floor just using cobblestone. Now over here sticking out the side so it's not just the farmhouse, I thought we could bring in a small diagonal structure that can be a pig pen. Hopefully pigs don't have the ability to just fly over trapdoors like horses seem to be able to do in the latest version, so we're gonna try this in here. Here we've got a little pigsty, and for some extra light, we can just do a little glow lichen right there. And it just needs a roof on top. I'm thinking we just take some slabs and inch them down like that. Okay, that's looking pretty ready for some piggies in there. And then we could just go with a little bit more greenery out here, as I kind of like this little dividing wall. I also added in one over here just using our trapdoors. And I don't have any carrots here, unfortunately, unless... No. I only have cooked pork chops, and I don't think pigs are gonna follow that. Okay, but I do have leads. Pigs have been spotted. Thankfully, very close by. Come on in, piggies. Welcome to your new pig pen. Oh, look at all the mud. You're gonna love it. No, come inside. You're gonna love it in here. Get in here. Get in here. You're gonna love it. Thank you. And they can't jump over. Yes! Probably also helps that pigs can't really look up, so they don't know how high they need to climb. But, you know, I'm sure Minecraft didn't think about that. And to be safe, we're putting a torch under there. Onto the main farmhouse building. This is very similar to the first one, as this is more meant to be set dressing for the area, as it doesn't need to be anything super fancy or really hyper detailed. I really just want it to be something that's nice to glance at as you walk along the main road, or even something intriguing that you might walk towards and be like, oh, that's cool. And well, this is looking really cool right now. I'm actually pretty happy with how this has turned out. And oh my gosh, we even have a simple starter base worthy interior on the inside that minus the barrel floor, but okay, I was hoping to sleep, but I don't think the zombies are gonna let that happen. But you know what this place really needs? A big old oak tree behind it along the road. Okay, and maybe some torches underneath, because oh my lord, there's a lot of grumbles happening down here. Just at least get around the farmhouse so we can sleep in it. Regardless of all that, the tree is looking really good up here, and there's a lot of mobs burning in the morning. This is a design I've used before, and I'm really happy with how it came out, but I did make a slight tweak to my texture pack to occasionally have our bushy leaves actually not appear and just get the regular default Minecraft leaf block that doesn't have anything sticking out of it. I think it adds a little bit more variety and almost makes these things a little bit more vanilla-like, so I'm really happy with it. But we have now almost spent 4.5 hours working on this region, so let's move on to some new stuff, as I want to do a lot around the entire world today. I have a new plush available through Makeshift for a limited time only. If you would like to get one of these little guys, click the link in the description to grab your own hardcore Minecraft buddy before he's gone forever. I am in a constant battle of needing to empty shulkers to refill them up with new blocks to then build with. So next up, I want to go end raiding and get more shulker shells. But I am again nearly out of rockets, so we need to first come down here and grab ourselves. Ooh, I'm also running low on gunpowder. That's not good. And now for a quick trip through the nether to jump over to New Papyrus, where in the last episode we built up this city block right here, and underneath the city block I built a sugarcane farm that all comes up into here. And I'm now realizing I did not put a crafting table in this building. How did I forget that? You are now crafting table, and you are now paper to make plenty of rockets, and that is making me much happier. I'm feeling about as ready as I can be right now, minus this bow being pretty broken, but I think it can last through. It's got 100 durability on it. Now, I don't want too much of my time for this video to be spent out here in the end, as it's supposed to be 24 hours of building, but this is all stuff that leads us to be able to build more. So in that case, off to a great start. Off to an excellent start here. Ah, it is a good start. Look at that, a city. And most importantly, shulkers. Oh, I'm so happy right now. Hello, friend. Ah, dang it. I kind of forgot how much I don't enjoy doing this. Oh boy, okay, here we go. 3 shells, let's do it. I'm having one of those moments where I think I've already explored this one. and apparently I left some shulkers behind, but I'm pretty sure that the ender chest missing right there, that's, yep, we've already been in this city. Okay, we're gonna have to go find a new one. Man, I must have been so lazy when I was coming through here. How did I leave so many shulkers sitting around? Come on, buddy. Hey! Oh, no shells. Right, time to find a new, actual, fresh city. Oh, 2 cities, another city, another end ship. Holy, there's 2 end ships. Wait, what? Please be fresh. It is. Well, at least down here. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, right, this is... We definitely have found a fresh city. Definitely. Oh my lord, that's a lot of stuff. I just go up. I just ascend. This is me ascending right now. And we're all the way to the top. Yep. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm having so much fun right now. Come on. Hit me. Hit me. It's only get you killed. Oh, no, he teleported. Okay, I think we got everything in here. Ah, that was chaos. Hey, free elytra though. Curse of binding boots. Oh no. Curse of vanishing. I mean, it doesn't really matter. 1 city down, 29 shells. Nice. So there's another city with another ship. Oh, I love this place. And then a 4th city. What the heck is going on out here? And another elytra. That's a pretty nice pickaxe. I just realized I've completely forgotten about the dragon heads. I guess I've only missed 2 of them, but should I go back? No, I'm never gonna use them, let's be honest. We're on to the 2nd stack right now, which is pretty nice, seeing as we got 24 into this one already. 25. I'm gonna try and not use my bow in here so that we can get the looting effect to hopefully get a few more shells out of this. I think he just duplicated. Oh! Right, you can farm these. Oh, jeez. Ah, okay, right. All the way down we go. Something about farming shulkers just kind of feels wrong. There's so many other things that I do farm, but this is, I feel like you're just like majorly duplicating something that is really an end game item. But you know, it also is just a storage box, so there is that too. Also, did they change something in 1.21, whatever update we're on right now, where shulker shots, like the little balls, are easier to hit? Because I feel like I've been sniping them today. There is an exit portal. If we can find something around here to jump into, I will. Otherwise, we're just gonna call it and go home. Not looking like it. That one we just came from. All right, let's go home. Because currently we've got ourselves a stack and 28, which is 92 shells. That is actually really nice. That's another 36 boxes. Honestly, that's not a bad haul overall. So I can have all the shells available for when I need them. I'm just gonna throw them in here with all of our other empty boxes. The diamonds can go in there, and then the iron and gold, honestly, I don't think I even needed to collect that, but I did. Yeah, probably didn't need an extra stack of gold. With the extra elytras we have at home, that's a good amount of them right there. Oh, we got 8 extra elytras now. I should probably actually enchant them. I do kind of keep forgetting to do that. Now for something I am even more terrified to do. I want to build a boat. The first boat to sit here in the harbor of Path. Boat building is something that I am not that great at. So I spent 3 hours in a creative copy designing the boat to build here. That doesn't count towards the 24 hours in the hardcore world, but I think the time was pretty well spent, as I like it. And now I get to go through the process of building it all over again and build it here in the actual hardcore world. I've realized there's a few things I want to change onto the design. But first, materials. And by materials, I actually need to come down here with our mud, as this is very shallow. So we can just tear out some of the mud and tear out the ground below it. Something like this should do for now, and I don't really know how much I want to change things down here yet. So we're gonna, oh, hi, right, forgot you're there. We're gonna leave those there for now. Just like we're probably gonna leave him there until next Halloween. And then I'll probably stay there forever. Right, now for the actual boat materials themselves is we need a lot of stuff. So let's grab some empty shulkers and start out in lumber storage, as it is a wooden boat. I would be so curious to know how much building I could get done in a full creative video of 24 hours, because a majority of my time spent so far today has just been on the grind, just trying to get blocks together so I could actually build the things that we're making. Granted, I do love survival gameplay, but when I'm actually thinking about the time time invested, I'm always kind of surprised by how much time it actually takes. I guess that is partially where a lot of the satisfaction comes from for completing these things, as I know how much more effort went into it. Speaking of which, we can come down here into the bee farm real quick and grab ourselves some honeycomb, and that is starting to run low, but I wanted to craft another stack of beehives, as I always need more bee boxes. So I've already got a ton of birch fences in here that we can use for the rigging, but I was thinking we could also take some of our iron nuggets here, well, iron ingots, and craft ourselves a bunch of iron bars that we could also use for like rigging the mast together with something a little thinner. I don't know why I'm glancing that way. I guess the boat's gonna be that way, but like, you know, that way, the boat over there that we're talking about. Originally in my design for it, I had wanted to use a bunch of stone and andesite for the mast, but I think instead it might work a little bit better here if we go for a white, so it doesn't just blend in against, what am I doing? Against all the gray mountain stone behind it. We can grab some yellow terracotta out of here, but I don't think that's quite enough. So let's grab a little bit more. And then I've grabbed diorite and a bunch of deep slate stuff, a little stone, and everything else that we're gonna kind of jumble in here together. And we got dandelion in there, which could be our yellow dye to make more yellow terracotta. Now for a unfortunately big time waster, I need to head, concentrate on flying. Okay, we're flying. Okay, we're flying. It's going a little too fast there, had to think. But I need to jump out to the Guardian farm as I want some prismarine to build with. I like the idea of on all the different boats that I'm making that I'm going to be putting different flags on the top. We'll probably have a few that are themed around being the same base point of the city itself. Like this guy's kind of in there, but we're going to be using our prismarine bricks to be able to make the flags on the top of the sails. Again, with me gesturing up. Why do I do that? One more quick stop before we can get started is I need to run down into the bamboo bookstore, grab ourselves a little bit of bamboo here to make some sticks, as I have run out of torches yet again after lighting up that farmland. This here should be everything that we need out of these current shulker boxes, and then I've got my usual detail ones that I'm sure I'm going to be pulling things out of. My mouse wheel, it's breaking. I'm sure I'm going to be pulling some stuff out of these. And before we get to the boat itself, this area is looking kind of plain. Let's fix it up real quick. I purposely held off on decorating these areas until I brought in more boats, but I have always wanted to just add all of this stuff down here. This is starting to look like a boat. And I was thinking right along here, we can just fill this in with our oak planks to create a floor on the inside, and then the water being one tall down below, no mobs should be able to spawn in that. Well, no hostile mobs. Maybe fish will, but that's probably fine. And then for the water above, we can just jump up here real quick, grab a little bit of sand, and drain this out of here the old school way. And much better. Now, right above the water line on boats that I built, I like to do like a darker contrasting strip so you can kind of know where the water's supposed to sit. So we're gonna bring in some of our deep slate tiles for that. Now, above that line here, we're gonna go into our bamboo because I think it's gonna be really cool. Then right here, we're just gonna throw in another oak trap door. I know we're kind of seeing oak trap door, so it's not my favorite. And I guess I could change the trapdoors down there, but for now, we're just gonna send it. And then for all of these in between them, I wanna add in some ladders just as some extra bracing of sorts. And then we're gonna bring in our yellow terracotta. Then up here, I want to use our stripped bamboo. Excuse me, I'm building a boat. It's much bigger than your boat. I know you're just jealous. Now, about this level probably is where our deck is going to be that we're actually gonna be standing on top of for the upper level. And we can use that right now, placing those in. And then I want to use the top texture of our stripped jungle. Not jungle. This is very much bamboo. Also found in a jungle. Very different though. I want to use that right there. I think that kind of pattern that we have with all of the little holes in it, I think for far away is just going to make it look a touch darker than down below. And yeah, I think I like that. I realized for me that I want boats to just be colorful, so adding in the bamboo yellow tone really helps bring this whole home. This is looking really good up here, but I want to try something. If I take these on top of our trapdoors, we can put our rails, and then I think if I flip the trapdoors, yes, it just looked like the rails are floating. It's like a little track for some carts to get up. Unfortunately, not player friendly, but it's kind of cool looking. Yeah. The final step in order to help this immobile Minecraft ship look like it could potentially maybe at some point move is to add the sails and mast sticking up high into the sky. And there we go. The first ship in the harbor is finally here. I have no idea how it got here, but it it is here, because currently the river either dries up right over there, or well, it comes over this way and dries up right there. Yeah, now that I'm putting boats in here, it does make that look even more awkward, and probably like I should do something about that. But after we're tearing down this mountain, my desire to dig out the rest of the river drastically dropped, way faster than the rate of that mountain's coming down. I promise I'll do it at some point, maybe, potentially, but you know, we got a cool boat, so that's fun. Yeah, isn't this boat nice? I've left it a little open up here on top because I'm not sure too much about how I want to decorate it or what cargo it's necessarily carrying. So I need some ideas on that. What could we fill the base of this with? As we could definitely use a little bit more love down here for the boat itself, and maybe some extra things being stored down there. And we can always close these up. So unless you're looking through the trapdoors in that, yeah, that does look pretty empty through that. Ah, man. But hey, you can't walk down there because, yeah, those are closed. Man, that boat took so long. It is way late at night right now. You even get this in with having pre-planned the entire thing. Ah, these things always take so long to build. But this whole stretch right here with our boardwalk done and all the crates and storage things off to the side, this is really, really starting to feel super cool. How does it feel, Mr. Skeleton? How does it feel? Look at that boat. Look at your stupid little oak boat. Yeah, I know, I agree. Stupid skeleton. I missed. Moving on. 9.5 hours down, and I've got to keep on moving forward, but I've definitely got time to plant a field. And since we built a farmhouse, it's time to add a field to that farmhouse. It just makes sense. Just like it makes sense if you are enjoying my videos to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future uploads. I really appreciate your support as it helps me to continue to create these videos for you all to enjoy. So thank you so very much for watching me flop around in Minecraft. And here we have a brand new torch flower field. This might be the second one in the world, and I really felt like another one was needed out here. To push over the halfway point on today's episode, I want to spend a few hours out here digging away at the mountain to prepare this to transform the landscape eventually. We need to first set up a few more beacons in order to cover the full region. So I jumped out to the end to first kill a few more withers for a few more nether stars that we can use to craft our beacons. Then digging down to set up those 3 new beacons on the far side of the mountain from the city to cover hopefully everything. Now, one more step before we get going, I want to craft down about 20 new shulker boxes from the shells that we just got out in the end. We need a lot of shulkers to put all the stuff in for the mountain teardown. Plopping those down, it's time to get right into the digging today, as we have a lot to do and no time to waste. Thankfully, the wither killing didn't take terribly long, so starting the grind today at just under 10 hours into this video. And if you want to see another hour of my life spent digging the mountain disappear, here you go. I am trying to tackle this slowly and sustainably so I don't get burnt out too terribly bad. So instead of starting into the next layer right away, I moved around to clear out the forest above the region that I want to transform, where you can see another hour of my life spent chopping trees in this blocky game. Still a few more trees to remove from around the mountains, but we'll get to those later, as this here is a lot of pretty dead pickaxes, and that was only from digging 1 3 layer down. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Guess I gotta fix these up before I can do anything else out here. Yet again today we can jump out into the end, as unfortunately I think my fastest experience farm is still the Enderman farm. I really should get something better than this. And much better, all of our pickaxes at least are repaired up so we can keep going. We have run into one issue. Well, I forgot to put a beacon over on this edge, so thankfully I think I have another star back at base. Oh, our last nether star. Perfect. One more beacon and more free iron. Thinking about right here should be center enough. And time to get back to digging. Ooh boy, yeah, I'm so not excited, but we're gonna do it. One more layer. Time to get back to work on this dig here, and I found on the last ring, just going around the outside to remove the dirt and grass helped with inventory management a ton. Not that I'm keeping all of the stone anymore, but it overall seemed to make the whole thing just go quicker, kind of finishing off one tool type almost completely. You ever have one of those projects where you started and you're like, yeah, this will take a few hours, but it's fine. It can't be that long, right? Right? Please? And then you get like halfway through it and you're like, oh God. I've cleared the dirt going all the way around this whole thing. That took another hour to get that done. And a very done shovel and a half here. And I haven't even started clearing the stone. Thankfully, we have this giant cave, so I don't have to break those blocks. They're already missing. I didn't want to spend more than 4 hours on this, so I'm gonna give myself another hour here and just see how far I can get with digging this whole thing out. I know I said 1 hour, but I decided to just finish off the layer, and it wasn't gonna take much longer, right? And 2 hours later, which is so fun. Right, I have spent more than enough time here for today's episode. 6 layers down and all the trees gone, just like my sanity. I forgot I left all the emeralds so that I could come back and silk touch them and just make me feel a little bit better about this. How does the city look now? We can almost see the bottom of the harbor buildings. Okay, this minus the gross beacon beams going everywhere. It's starting to get to be pretty worth it. It's time to move on to actually placing blocks for now, though. And for this project moving forward, I am pre-planning the region out a bit more to get an idea of it over in my creative testing world using Axiom. And I'll show some more behind the scenes process of all that when we actually get to the video, you know, transforming this area. But I think I'm gonna hold off on digging for now, just trying to find space for all this dirt, as if I fully flatten the area, I'm gonna want to eventually bring it back up and create some hills and everything, just so it's not just like a complete flat area, because this looks pretty gross. So in an effort to save some digging work later, I'm gonna get the plan done and then only have to dig down to that instead of having to full clear the area. I grabbed all those shulkers of dirt as I wanted to come out here next to New Papyrus and work on the harbor. We set up the city in the last episode, and I really love how it turned out. So I was thinking as a next step, we can work on fixing up the base of the harbor. And well, I have all of this dirt here. And then inside of this shulker box, I now keep a glass bottle with me. We can swim underwater here, fill up the bottle and make way too much noise and turn our dirt into mud. Before I go too far with the bottling, I want to take our dirt and fill in the harbor floor with it to see what it's going to look like before we take that extra time to transition all of it into mud. Got a good chunk of this area done underneath now, about half an inventory worth of dirt placed in, and I think I like it from underwater. And from the land, I definitely like it being darker than the sandstone. That looks much better. Okay, that's at least a go ahead on the dirt. We're going to work with the already established area of the harbor and village docks today, filling in those regions with all of our dirt before we stretch this further up the river, as this is kind of our big building area for now. About halfway done, just kind of building things up and also layering on what we already have, and I like this a lot. I'm kind of leaving this side because I think I want to turn it into more docks like we have over here, so I don't know what of that is actually going to become land or not. In this dirt section here, I want it to be pretty steep coming down all the way to the base, and then also hiding, excuse me, squid, sorry, I'm kind of building here. But overall, I'm really happy with how this is turning out so far with all of our dirt down here, and everything in here should be a water source. So I'd like to run around and I can, no, I guess I can't just hold right click. I have to spam click. Bummer. Oh, I thought this was going to be a lot faster using the bottle. Oh, I'm kind of wishing I just got mud. This has taken far longer than I care to admit, but we've got a strip of mud in here, and I want to see if I want to fill in the entire base with mud, or maybe just like the deepest parts and have the dirt at the border. I think what I want to do is almost start like etching in, there's no water sources here either. I'm really mad at fWhip right now. We basically draw some lines or something almost coming around like this. And then everything on this side, deeper into the water, we turn into our mud and we leave the dirt as the outer bank almost. The first half of our harbor is very muddy now, and from above water, I actually think it's looking pretty good. And with all of the salmon in here right by the conduit, I realized that we can actually move it into this underwater ravine and still get the effect, but not have to look at it all the time. And we're going to quite literally just build it right attached to the mud underneath. I just need to finish getting all of our mud over here for the dirt that we do have, and then I think for the rest of this, because it won't hit into the bottom of the boat, I think I'm just gonna cover everything so I don't have to dig it down another block. And I realized I've also went through a lot of nighttime, so hopefully there's some villagers alive over there. Hopefully. Hello? Friends? Inhabitants? Oh, the man of the pot. Ah, you live. Oh, there's hope. Just the one? Just the man who's hiding in the corner on a pot. Okay, I think I let every single villager die. That's a bit of a bummer. All right, on to the mud. $10,578 times. That is how many times I have used a bottle in this world. Now, I actually also did the entire middle section here, but I wanted this to be mostly... I've been up there a lot of nights. There's probably creepers everywhere. Hit. We're good? Okay. This does actually look so much better than the mess we had beforehand. Just getting this in here, I think it was actually... I don't know if it was worth the time, but now that it's done, I am happy with it. But with that being said, let's grab ourselves a few stacks of bone blocks in here, craft ourselves down a bunch of bone meal. And I don't want to cover the entire thing in our seagrass. I mostly want to add like sections where it's kind of growing in a big old bunch. A little while later here, and I am really happy with how this has turned out. I do want to eventually come in and maybe add like a sunken ship or like a part of one and some barrels that have fallen off of the dock and things like that. But for now, with an uncompleted section over there that we definitely will finish up as the city expands, I think this is looking a lot better. At this point, I'm just a little ashamed of how long I've spent working on this because it's taken forever. So let's move on to doing something much more fun that I've wanted to do for a very, very long time. I have recently installed 2 new mods into this world, Mini HUD and Horse Buff. Horse Buff I grabbed because I can now look down on a mount and they become transparent, which is helpful to actually see things when you're moving around. But it also apparently gives the ability for horses to stay put when you jump off, as long as they're wearing a saddle. I didn't realize the mod did this, but they stand still. So he'll be moving around, and then I give him the saddle back, and he's just gonna sit there. And also using the Mini HUD mod, I can now press H, and it brings up this little text display in the upper corner. You can see this horse speed is currently at 14.08. And well, I thought he was the fastest horse in Minecraft, but apparently not. Now, quite a ways back inside of this world, we built this over here, a massive horse stable and racetrack where I have been slowly breeding up to the fastest horse in this game. I'm kind of curious to see if there's anybody who's actually faster than him, just the rounding was off. Nope, much slower. Oh, wait, we do have a faster one. This one's not even tamed. Oh, wow, this is a quick one. Holy cow. The max is 4 point... Nope. Wait, buddy. You're faster on a cauldron than you are on ground. What's up with that? No, it's the other horse. The mod was misreading it. Wait, that's 14.229. According to the Minecraft wiki, the max speed is 14.230. This guy is literally 0.001 meters per second off of being the fastest possible horse in Minecraft. I'm sorry, Mustard. I love you, but I love this horse too. You can go right in here, buddy. Now, I would like to jump over to the far side of our flower forest village here, all the way across this bridge here onto this forested island, as currently we basically have the fastest horse possible in Minecraft, and I would like to work towards getting the fastest possible donkey in Minecraft, so that eventually we can breed them together to get the fastest possible mule in Minecraft. And well, this island here is for donkey breeding. Now, step 1 for donkey island here, I need donkeys. Where do they spawn again? I got my saddles. Horses? Donkeys? Any? No, okay. Donkey! I found one! Look at it! It's a donkey! Hi, buddy, I'm here to be your best friend ever. No, be your best friend ever. What are we looking at? 7.37. Not the fastest, but it's not a terrible start. I just double checked the wiki to be sure, and apparently, I think the wiki's wrong, but apparently 7.38 is the max speed. This is 7.37. 7.379. Doesn't feel too quick. I'm really hoping this isn't the fastest donkey. That was so long to get back here, buddy, but you've made it. And you know what? I know where another donkey is that we could borrow just to get started. Way back at home, my first little mini stable I set up should have a donkey inside. Yes. Hi, buddy. And there's our mule. 7.379 meters per second too. And the jump's the same. Is there just a short maximum speed on donkeys? Did I completely mess this up? The mule is faster at least, so that's good. I thought a mule could be as fast as a horse. We're committed to this. We're gonna see. I gotta see how this works out. Right, we have now arrived with our donkeys. Let's set them up in a tiny pen. That's probably not the best to have right in the middle of the pen. 2 quick birch fence gates, and that'll do the trick, I guess. And please, 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 let's hope the little guy's a bit quicker. Waiting for the baby to grow up, I killed some time just chopping some trees down. Hello, my friend, and please, you are slower. And you jump less, where you only went backwards. At least that gives me a reason to create this pen right over here. As I don't want to just get rid of our slower donkeys and oh, look, he can jump over the fence. But I don't want to give them the saddle, and I don't want to be breeding with the least fast and least jumpy one. We now have this little guy at 7.7. We've got a 7.5 and a 7.58. So I think for now I'm going to actually move this guy out of here, but you can't even jump over the fence. Okay, right. Now for the stable building itself, I am really just winging this. I've got no idea what I'm trying to create over here, but so far I'm liking how it's coming together. The inside is a pretty classic Minecraft horse stable that's looking good. Taking a quick break as it's definitely donkey breeding time. Now's the new guy. Ooh, we got an 8.18. Oh, I'm so happy. We're moving up. That being said, this is looking pretty good now. Oh, please leave that horse alone. I don't want to lose them. We definitely need a lot more texturing work done in here, but overall, I actually kind of like how it's starting out. I wanted to bring in a little bit of birch up here just to be a subtle highlight that we can use within all of this. Mostly just because having it only a single block being just the oak with just the spruce down below it, I was like, this doesn't look very nice at all. But down here, as you can see, we have moss. We've got a little bit of grass and fern action going on. But I think the barn overall is looking pretty good. This guy here is still our fastest donkey by a good amount, so I'm leaving him in the middle. But we have got 2 other ones that are getting pretty close. Once this little guy here breeds up, then I think we're all set. And I think I figured out why we were getting some really slow ones. This guy right here at the 7.581, 1.199 is the default donkey that we found spawned out in the world. And I think those donkeys, for some reason, don't have their stats properly set. So the first time you breed them, it's just kind of you're gonna get what you're gonna get. But since then, after I've only been breeding off of donkeys that we've bred from there, so like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th generation and so on for now, we are consistently getting faster donkeys as it goes. That does unfortunately mean that we do have quite a few out here in the pasture that we are gonna have to find some use for. It has been quite a while. We've got a few custom birch trees in here and a custom oak tree just to kind of help attach everything into the environment a little bit more. And this is our current fastest donkey that we have, who actually is starting to feel like, we're moving faster than a player walks. And they are an 8.841. And I'm waiting for the breeding cooldown on this guy over here for the, wait, it's time. 8.1, and it's slower. I think the update that we got for horses to make them consistently breed better and more, and like faster and higher health and all that, I don't think got applied to donkeys. I am consistently getting donkeys that are slower and worse jumpers and have less health than their parents did. Like this guy right here, 7.36. That was an 8.18 and an 8.14. How is it that much slower? One last quick project to finish things off for today, which is the thing outside of the donkeys that I actually really wanted to do today, as I need a quick experience farm next to my starter base that I can use to just quickly repair up my Electra and fly off. And Sir James Ender recently posted a video on YouTube about an infested Allay experience farm that seems pretty perfect. Now I just need to figure out where I want to put this thing. I haven't touched this region of my world probably since I built that. Like, I've always wanted to turn these into custom trees, and I'm thinking we're not going to do that right now, but right back in here, I think we can just take a little bit of the tuff and build up some boulders that we can almost like slide in between to get to this farm. So if we think we got a little place like right in here that we can use to walk in, we'll just put some dirt on top of there and texture it later. And then we do a smaller rock on this side. Now to dig out a space inside. This here should hopefully be large enough, and I have all of the materials ready to go. If you would like to build this yourself, please check out Sir James's tutorial, as they did a pretty fantastic job on the video, so I just kind of followed along with what they told me to do, and this is ready for some allays to power the farm. Allays have been acquired. Come on, into the cave, my friends. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be so nice in here. Yep, all the way in. Please and thank you. No, inside. Yeah, no, I know, I'm blocking. No, stay inside. And I don't think I've ever done this before. If we throw in, I believe this is how it works, throw in the music disc. They're dancing. Give you an amethyst shard. Oh, no, I want that back, please. You took my amethyst shard. Oh, they're all dancing. Oh, they're all holding shards. Okay, how long do I have to wait? I need 16 and I have now 4. Oh, right. At least we got a good song for now. Okay, so slight problem here. I stopped following the tutorial because I was like, oh yeah, I need 16 allays. I was supposed to get 1 in there and then duplicate them. One more time from the top, boys. Yeah, take it away. Oh yeah. Oh, we've heard the song like 10 times now. See if I can get this to work somehow. I doubt it. Right, I think I've got something that'll kind of work, at least to get a few allays in here. I've got the clicking system down there I'm supposed to be using. And then these guys, they just need to... How about you have a stone? You like stone. Yeah, you also like stone. And then go drop it off down there. Yes, everybody really likes these stone blocks. And look, a stone block. Wow, everybody go down. Okay, little guy, you're so close. Maybe you can just be a homie and chill out here. I'm gonna take that stone from you, okay? Now if I play that music disc again, I should be able to break down here and just hopefully... Oh, he went in! Is there any more? Is that the last one? The more allays we get in there, the more experience we get. And I think that's all of them. Oh, there's still one more. You want to go in? Go join them. Yeah, go join your friends. Yes. Now I should be able to flip this right there, and that'll do everything we need. Just make this easier, I'm gonna dig up my floor here and just place some water in. And now I need a bunch of water bottles, as we can throw those in here, brew down some awkward potions. How I have survived 7,663 days in this world off of just 2 brewing potions, I don't know, or brewing stands. But now we can make a new potion in Minecraft 1.21 with stone. Yeah, very cool. Very cool potion ingredient, as this makes ourselves potions of infestation, and we need to turn them into splash potions. I did not really realize how loud of a farm this is going to be, but here we go with 2 shulker boxes full of splash infested potions, and then a ton of flint and steel to go in this box, and splash water bottles are going into here, where it looks like I have overfilled it a little, so we will send some up and hope that it... Yeah, I mean, we could just have some extras. Now for the sad but really cool part of this, flipping that should turn it on, and it looks like it is. Look at all those silverfish coming out. Ah, they're coming out. Look at them. Yeah, we have an experience farm. Oh, that's so cool. I'm still so surprised they added this as a potion in Minecraft, but man, it is... Oh my gosh, we're causing lag. Oh, I'm glad I only put 16 allays up there. This is a better experience farm than the Enderman farm. I'm gonna throw these here for my own safety, and we've got a nice little cave leading down to where the farm is. And well, that was enough experience to repair up all of my current tools, and I managed to repair 2 of these out of here as well. off of just one of the 3-minute potions. So that is really, really cool. This is gonna be so much fun to have. And with only needing a stone block to make another one, that's pretty amazing. But that, my friends, is all I've got time for today on the 24-hour building challenge. Just thank you so very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Please leave that like button if you did. Subscribe if you're brand new. And with that, I will catch y'all on the flip side. Ooh, barely missed that.